hinges with, well, the hinges are on there, the rails and things are on there. Time for a change anyway, it's all rocking about, wants replacing. And what I'm going to be doing, I'm not going to be doing it the normal way. Normally I'll just break around that with a breaker, dig it out, using crowbars and spades and things. I've got this little contraption here, what I've made. See it there? This is an extractor tool. Built that myself, fabricated it. I've used it a couple of times, it seems to work. Basically, use that winch, this chain here, get it around the post and winch it out. So let me get it set up. I need to cut this post, I'll have to chop a little bit off because obviously it needs to sit over the top, so I'll probably need to cut it off about here somewhere and then sit that over the top. So let me get it set up and then hopefully this demonstration will work well. With a shackle on there, so I'm just going to make a noose type set up there, like that. It's almost like you know, to tighten up the more pulls. And I'll get that around the post towards the bottom, like that. Underneath that, yeah, I'll put this with the shackle on. We've got the noose and the shackle there, which I'll connect this onto there. I've got that onto the concrete, so that's solid. This here might start pulling into the grass, so I might have to put a board there. I think really this could all be chopped up a bit higher. It's not giving us much movement on there, but we'll give it a winch and see what happens. See there, it's brought it out the ground nicely. The problem is now this winch has come to its shortest point maximum, whatever you call it, I don't really know what you call it. So I just need to slacken that off. I can work out how to do this without jamming my fingers. Chain down again and get it there. Snag on. Sideways. There we go. Got it out. Hopefully my new post will go in there. A little bit of postcrete around it. I might have to break some of it away, but as you can see it works pretty well. Doesn't work too bad. I think that could probably do with being taller, so I'm not having to keep dropping it down. Or just bring some chocks of wood, try and chop it up to whatever height I want, but yeah, as you can see, it certainly does the job. So I'll quickly show you in a bit more detail the actual setup with this, the contraption what I've made. It's just out of bits of angle iron, nothing special. So we've got that leg there, obviously braced down there. This is just a bit of box section, it's fairly heavy, probably about 3 or 4 mil wall that. Again, that's quite heavy angle iron. A little bit of brace in there. Put that bit of brace in there. I tend to have the winch towards that sort of support, so you can see it has bent now and again in places, and then a support on there. This is just a Silverline 4-ton, I think it is, 4-ton winch. Yeah, 4-ton. That was from Tool Station, I think, about 20 quid. and these were just bits lying around, and got just a length of chain, a shackle there, and another shackle. I'm sure there can be some improvements made, like I say, the height, maybe make a height adjustable one next time, that we can set at different heights depending on what we're doing, and then perhaps cut some boards of wood or something as supports for the bottom to spread the load if you're on rough ground. But yeah, it works. It's left that hole there. Whether or not a post will slot straight in there, I don't know, we'll see, but that's pretty much a contraption. One thing I forgot to mention, obviously this post isn't rotted right the way through, it's just sort of rotted around here, so I had this piece above ground to get the chain around. Very often they snap off about ground level, so what we'd have to do in that instance, you'd have to dig around perhaps, I don't know, 4 or 6 inches just to get the chain around a solid bit. So there's still a bit of digging. I mean, that showed a really good example of pulling it out. It made it look really, really easy. Normally they're not as easy as that. Like I say, they normally snapped off about ground level, so you've got to dig around them a bit to get something for the chain to get on. But other than that, it's pretty much straightforward. Seems to work.